When I'm up at the Corporate Chaplains Center, I think about myself. I think about my training. I think about my experience. I think about everything that I went to and through leading up to the moment where I felt like what I needed to do was to be somewhere meaningful, to be somewhere where I can make a change in someone else's life that is the better for them. When you're at the Corporate Chaplains Network, we're not there to be your best friend. We're not there to cater to your opinions, to your thoughts on what you should or should not. We're not there like a court system, where a court system is there sometimes and people go into it thinking that they're going to get the outcome that they expect based on the law exactly. There are plenty of people that manipulate the system and choose to manipulate the system to get what they want or to move forward in their careers. We're at the Corporate Chaplains Network. It's not an easy conversation. It's not always about who's right or wrong. Sometimes it is about who's right or wrong. Sometimes it's about bettering yourself, bettering your capacity to be able to live through your situation that you choose for yourself. When you give your perspective on how you want to live, that's what we want. Not you getting back at this one and getting back at that one. Not constantly coming to the Corporate Chaplains Network to purposely create situations and create scenarios where people lose money, or coming there to start problems or start drama, or for us to mediate and arbitrate drama that you continually start. At the Corporate Chaplains Network, we hold everybody accountable, including those that are clients of ours. If you want to be a client at the Corporate Chaplains Network, you need to hold yourself accountable first and foremost. It's not like your attorney's coming there and they're your best friend. It's not like going to a law firm and you got your certain law firm that you love, and a law firm that they respect you and they love you and they know everything about you and this, that, and the other. We're there for arbitration and disputes and mediation. Some people get out of line sometimes where they feel like when they speak, that's it. Our Corporate Chaplains Network is not a place for parents to put children in their place. We mediate so many different situations, from employees and employers, children and families, families and children. We mediate business owners. We mediate for business owners. We do arbitration for companies. We do arbitration between companies, between employers and their employees. There is so much more to the Corporate Chaplains Network than just being there and just having everybody look at you. You're not there to create friends unless you're there as a part of the Corporate Chaplains Network. When you're there and you're there to have a situation mediated, arbitrated, or to come up with a solution, take it seriously, because we're also holding you accountable. We don't just hire just anybody off the street. We don't just hire parents just because parents have had children and they've grown up and they've had children over time and they know plenty of different situations that have happened with children, or they've been a school teacher, or they've been an attorney before, or they've done this and done that. That's not always going to get it, because we're holding everybody accountable. We don't want anybody to feel like they're not going to be held accountable. Sometimes parents are wrong. There are plenty of problem children, but sometimes the parents are problematic. Sometimes there are employees that are wrong. There are plenty of times where we want to blame the CEO for everything that happens in a company, and sometimes the CEO has trained their employees well. The employees did not follow through on the training. They followed through on what they perceive to be best for the company instead of what the leadership has given them to do. Sometimes the CEO is wrong. Sometimes it's the wrong person in charge. Sometimes it's the wrong executive. Sometimes you got the wrong CFO in charge, where they're not doing the right thing for the books and doing the right thing for the company. At the Corporate Chaplains Network, we're there for arbitration, mediation. We're there to handle disputes. We're there to actually tell people when it's their problem. When they're being the problem, when they're the problem, they're going to hear that they're the problem. When we document our situations or we document our arbitration outcomes or our mediation outcomes, we use the documentation in situations that come up with other places and other companies and between other people. It's not like a court system where in a courthouse you have to wait forever to get a response. You have to wait forever to get in front of a judge or a jury. It's a really serious process. You have to take it seriously. We don't just take walk-ins to become a corporate chaplain, or well, they came from the military and they don't have to go through our training. They don't have to go through the way that we want them trained. We have a lot of networks and we have a lot of connections in our network that get the final outcome of an event if they want to go look it up. It's not like your best friend this, your best friend that. It's judged based on a lot of factors and a lot of people that could use the outcome that comes from the situation. It's not like being in a church house. Although Christian values in a church house, there are plenty of pastors that get on the pulpit and they use that time to make their family their enemy, to make their friends their enemy, or make them their footstool. You can't do that at the corporate chaplain center. Just because you have a church doesn't mean that you're the right person for the job. Just because you've led in the church does not mean you're the right person for the job. Just because you've been in a situation where you've been a superintendent or you've been a principal or you've had children doesn't mean you're the right person for the job. The corporate chaplains network is not going to discriminate, but they're also not going to be your footstool. And I'm proud to be a part of the corporate chaplains network. Love where you work.